only minutes, seconds left of someone's life. Why waste time? No offense. I enjoy working with people. So you must listen carefully. You're safer here than anyplace else. We have all like a practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error.
Despite your enormous intellect, are you ever frustrated by your dependence on people to carry out action?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome to the Oh No Podcast, the podcast where we walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, this is the election special of the Oh No Podcast. Listen, before we wanted to do this whole debate thing between me and two other people, didn't really pan out because I wanted to upload today. We could have done it tomorrow and recorded it tonight, but I thought, you know what? I'm a casual man. I like it. I like doing this shit. I like having debates. And I like talking about politics a little, just a little bit. Because frankly, this time I really just can't with politics anymore. honestly, I can't. Anyway, hope you guys this week has been pretty good. You know, mine has been a little bit funky, but we're not going to talk about me. We're not going to talk about mine. Because that's why we have the regular podcast. It comes out I think it comes out. Whoa. I think it comes out in this Saturday. The normal podcast will come out. So yeah, that's why we have the normal podcast. Because the normal podcast, we talk about everything and everything. Today, especially, is for election season. Now, election season has come and gone. It's been this Friday. The Friday that's just passed was election season. Well, not election season, election day. Because election season is still on due to the fact that although the winner of this election is the majority, the ultimate winner of this election is going to be the person that sits in the government, which is kind of up in the air right now. We don't know what's going to happen. I hope that God something happens that is very good for me, for us, Aruba, not for me personally, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So let's dive into this thing. Now I wanted to make a podcast before the election, but due to me being involved within politics and within a certain group, I work for Dangi, so that's obvious there. But due to me working with that particular organization, I couldn't really go and record a podcast because we were out and doing stuff for hours. We didn't really do much more, and the fact that my family was in the hotel room, and also it didn't really give time for me to make a podcast and tell you guys, hey, this is who you have to vote for. I'm not going to be such a particular person to tell you who to vote for, but I can advise you to vote for. So, yeah. The election day was pretty, I would say normal. It was, what I can say about the election this year is that it was a very respectful day rather than 4 years ago or maybe 8 years ago. I remember when I was a kid 8 years ago. Yeah, I was a kid 8 years ago. Yeah, fuck you. I'm just kidding. When I was a kid 8 years ago, we used to do all of this raging war against against people. My brother was alive at the time too, and he I remember the war between AVP and MEP, who are the traditional big parties of Aruba. We used to fight a lot with each other, like literally violence on violence, like gang on gang action, and it was a very uneducative thing. It was very like unintellectual. It didn't have any reason to to delve deep into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really have any reason to have to fight. Even though I personally would love to just scrap, fucking hit somebody, like hit some people within that organization because they're truly pieces of fucking shit. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna bash anybody on this podcast. But unfortunately, fortunately, the past couple of years now has been very fruitful in the fact that this election has been very respectful. This election has been very normal. It's been very it's very informative and educative. It's also been good. Maybe it stems from the fact that the election just went like this. Because maybe if the election was in September like it's supposed to be, then maybe things could have just gone fucking A-Raw, people fighting and you know fucking with each other all the time. I don't know. I don't control the fucking time or people's emotions. But I think that you know from perspective, this was a very good election because even in the debates with everything that happened, I didn't see very much. I didn't really see like disrespect. I know that the Evelyn against Miguel thing was very but that's politics. You know that's just one part of it. But it wasn't as fucked up as it was back then. Now it's been a very respectful day. It was no real quarrel. I went voting with the organization that I'm with, and the person that I support. I went voting with him in this very very fucked up small. I say small, but it was very large. But I'm still disappointed at the results because for that amount of people, I thought that maybe we'd get more votes, but not really, not really, not really. No, didn't get enough votes. Yeah, I know my eye here is fucked up. Yeah, no. What can I say about it? It's just, you know, election day went very smoothly. I can't say, but I don't want to blabbling. I don't want to bore you guys. I think I already bored you guys for 5 fucking minutes long about how my election day was and how the other election day was. Let's go back in straight into the results. I mean, really, that's what we're here for, the results. So basically, what the results are is that the majority party, which is the government party that is sitting right now, is primarily the winner of this election with 9 seats in the government, in the parliament. Sorry, they have 9 seats in the parliament. They lost about, I think they lost about 2,000 votes because the last the 4 years they had 22,000 votes. Let's see. Let me tell you the whole specific. This year has been such a very weird year for politics because a lot of politicians got so many votes, so many things off their fucking seats. It's amazing. Let me just grab over the results here for you guys. Wait, let me see if I can do this. Fuck, I'm not sure that I can. No, I'm just gonna. Not sure if I can record and do it at the same time, but we're gonna test it out. We're gonna just put myself here. Yeah, I know they're on the podcast. Put myself here. Gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. Holy shit! Okay. All right. We're just gonna put this down in perspective so you guys can see it. I am still on the computer, and that's why that's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself down here. Now you guys can see my screen. But yeah, let's go here. This is the okay, so these are the results basically of the elections. These are the results that what happened. MEP has, again, like I told you guys, they lost 2,000 votes, but they have 20k votes with 35.33% of the seats in the election. They have 9 seats in parliament. AFP, which was the second biggest last year, was the biggest party, had only 18,000 votes. 18,000 votes. They lost a lot of votes because last time they had a lot of fucking votes. They have 31% of the parliament with 7 seats. Rais, which is a new party that came out 4 years ago. 4 years ago, they didn't acquire the necessary votes to be in parliament, but this time they do with 5,481 votes. They have 9% of the seats, which is like 2 seats in the parliament. That means perhaps they might have the authority to have a president of parliament. They have 2 seats. MAS, which is the Aruban Sovereignty Movement, as you guys can see here, clearly they have 2 seats. They have right here. Action 21, this is the brand new party. that came here with Miguel Manzur. This is the party that came in this year and succeeded with 3,400 votes, which is one seat in parliament, which is fucking bizarre. This is amazing that this year Rais, Mas, and Action 21 got so many votes because, you know, like I said, it's a lot of votes, you know, and Mas, the whole fucking thing came out at 4,600 votes, and 4,100 votes are all for Marisol, which is just bizarre. It's just fucking bizarre. You know, I'm not gonna go into the why. Let's start with this first, and then I can go really into perspective of that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, guys. I'm just a dumb fucking civilian. Proud and Respected which is poor, got 661 votes. You guys can see all of this thing. And then the Hot They Say, this is the youth party. They got 249 votes. 249 votes, dude. I can't believe they had 249 votes. That is incredibly stupid. The ones that voted for them either voted for them because they were stupid enough to think that they are the change for this country, or that you know they wanted to troll people and put fucking this guy on a fucking pedestal. Fucking dumbasses. I can't lie. I have no remorse for the 249 people that voted for them. Listen, we're a democracy, and people can vote for whoever the fuck they want to. But you have to know the facts. There are facts on the internet, on fucking the newspapers, everywhere. There are literally facts that state these guys are not equipped to do anything when it comes to this shit. By the way, if you guys can see this, 58 of 70,000 registered voters voted. With I mean, yeah, there you can see the 21 seats. MEP got the 9, which is pretty cool, which is pretty awesome. But if we talk about like the general sense of the timing, oh yeah, you can see me. If we talk about the general sense of the timing, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go into that. If we talk about the general sense of politics in general, like for real, the one who came at it best was the one who came at it best, I think, today was our prime minister. Our prime minister got 7,500 votes, I think. Let me grab the notion here. Yeah, she got 7,500 votes she got this year, which is fucking bizarre. Let me just go over the list on things before we go over there, because we're talking about results. We're not talking about, you know, my opinion or anything, statistically facts. Evelyn Weaver Cruz, which is our prime minister right now, if you're not a Ruben, if you don't know, she is our prime minister. She's got 7,500 votes, which is 7,518 votes. Mike Iman, which was our previous prime minister that disappeared for 4 years, has 6,668 votes. Marisol Lopez Trump, which again, I will express my opinion later about that, has 4,191 votes. Dangi Odiber, which is the current Minister of Tourism, has 2,060 votes. That means he lost about 300 votes this year. Ursula Adams has 1,900, which is great because this is his first time that he got so many votes. Carlin Cruz this is her second term, but this is her first time on the top 10. She is number 4 on AFP. She is 1,939. No, that's Ursula's. Carlin Cruz has 1,919. Lambert Cruz has 1,929. Xiomara Maduro, which is the current Minister of Finances and Culture, she is 1,883. Benicio Wenger, again, I will express all the opinions in like in a few moments. He has 1,614. Geoffrey Weaver, which is a new candidate this year, has 1,430. Mike de Meza, once again in politics, has 1,410. Ricardo Cruz lost a lot of majority voters. He went from 3K to 1,184. Arthur Dowers lost 1,177. Andy Cruz gained like over 200 maybe. He has 1,006. Lisette Momberg has 943, and Rocco Chung has 908. Now, let's get on to it. Now, I think from these perspectives, I'm literally here. I think from these perspectives, I am not one to judge on specifics. What I'm doing anymore? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, no, listen. I'm still flabbergasted by the fact that Marisol Lopez Trump got 4K voters on her own. That's fucking bizarre. Listen, I have my opinions on Marisol. I think, for the people that are voting for her because of change, you must be out of your goddamn mind, because Marisol is literally, she was in government for 8 years. She was in parliament again. She is not a person that's out of politics. She is a person that's literally in politics constantly. You can't be talking about change and then you're voting for the person that was in politics for, I think, the past 15 years of her life. This is a homegrown politician. You voted for change, yet you voted for Marisol. Marisol is literally in government for a long time. She hasn't stopped being in government for a long time. She's been in the parliament and government, in general, like the cabinet, for a long fucking time. Regardless of her views, you can't really trust someone that's been in government for so long for change, because they know about that shit. She doesn't improvise, adapt, overcome. She just does what she has to do to gain the votes. Something that I'm very flabbergasted about is the fact that Evelyn got 7,000 votes. Evelyn on her own carried MEP with 7,000 votes. I think majority of the thing was because of COVID, but she got 7,000 votes, which is fucking bizarre. Let me just put this back here. Yeah, she got 7,000 votes, which is just fucking bizarre. Tanguy Odibera, that's the Min TVS. He got 2,000 votes, which means he lost about 300 votes. He had 2,300 last 4 years. I feel a little bad because he was the only one that could have stayed with the votes, and it sucks that he had to stay with the votes this way. It tells you about how people's motives and reactions are. I remember campaigning with them and opening up houses and talking to them, and I understand why people would not vote for him because of listen, I if I wasn't his cousin and if I wasn't in his team, I would do the same, because even though I wouldn't vote for someone because of their team. Listen, sometimes his team can be a little rowdy, rambunctious. Not gonna talk shit about him. We don't do that anymore on this podcast. But yeah, I'm still flabbergasted. I really thought that he might get 4,000, maybe 300, 3,500. I did not expect him to get 2,000 votes. 2,000 votes. It's almost the same as Miguel, which is a new candidate. So it's very weird to me that he got so less votes. He lost 300 votes. Fuck those 300 people. But well, yeah, within politics, you have to really know what you're doing. You have to really know who you trust and whatever the fuck you're doing, because you never know. You never know, man. With the 2,000 votes that he acquired there. No, I'm happy that he got 2,000 votes. He still retained 2,000 votes, which is fucking amazing and really hard to do. But I'm really sad that the fact that Arubans are so fake to not respond to how people are doing. You go at people's houses, you see their face, you can clearly tell them, like, hey, I'm gonna vote for someone, and you don't have to convince me. My mind is already made up. No, what a lot of Rubens do is they take a lot of your fucking time. They pretend to be your friend. They're the fakest. I'm telling you, the Aruban crowds are the fakest fucks. I'm gonna tell you, some Aruban crowd, like about 75%. Because they will fake being your friend in order to gain something from you. They won't vote for you, but they will do everything in their power to do so much fucking damage to you that it's incredible. It's just incredible. So I'm very disappointed at the fact that he got 2K voters, but that's me. I'm disappointed. I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure Dangi's happy because he got 2,000 votes. 2,000 votes is pretty good. The fact that he retained his 2,000 votes, and everybody that voted for him last time voted for him this time again. But still, losing 300 votes, it's very diminishing, and who knows what might happen in the next few years. So it's very hard to tell. But yeah, and when we talk about Ursula Adams and Miguel Manzur, I expected him to gain 1 seat in the parliament, but I didn't expect Ursula Adams to gain 2. I didn't expect Nice to gain 2. So that Joffrey Waver guy went absolutely fucking ham. So props to him. And again, then you have fucking then you have Benny C. Vinger, which is fucking weird, man. That's fucking weird as shit. He's in jail and people still voted for him. He's in jail and people still voted for that fucking guy. I don't understand people. I don't understand people. How they function. That's so fucking weird, dude. Like I can't I can't with people, man. Like, this man is literally in jail, and there are people on Facebook and everywhere else telling, like, no, he's innocent, free him, free him. He's not fucking innocent. If he was innocent, the Recherche would let him go within 10 days. He's still in fucking jail. And obviously, with the counts that he got, he got a lot of fucking votes within jail. So, literally, there is a special case in jail where people can vote, and he got the majority vote. It's fucking insane. I don't know. It's fucking insane. I'm just blabbering on, man. I've been blabbering on for 20 fucking minutes, man. God damn it. That's why I love having someone to talk to, because whenever I make these podcasts alone, it just goes on a tangent and fucking tangents for like 20 minutes and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a very short one, though. I'm going to express my opinion. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going to happen, etc., etc. But let's see here. I was very surprised that Rocco Chong lost a lot of voters. Andy Cruz gained a lot of voters. That's awesome. See here, Mike DeMeza lost. Joffrey Waver was one that I expected him to get a lot of votes, but I didn't expect him to get so many votes. That's a lot of fucking votes right there. And I think a lot of people used the STEMwisers and saw the debates to see what kind of policies and ideologies this man has, and they clearly voted for their own ideology. So I hope that, if he gains the seat, which I don't think he's gonna gain. I think Ursula Adams is gonna be in parliament, and he's gonna, if they decide to form the government, he's gonna be inside the government, because we're still in that phase of not knowing what's gonna happen. MEP has the majority, and the governor probably will appoint Evelyn Waver Cruz as the formation officer, but there are 3 parties, 2 of them that can form a coalition government without the last one, and one of them that is like sustaining themselves on forming a government with the 2 parties. Now these three parties have said that they want to communicate with each other, they want to talk to each other and see how they can form like this block where it's gonna force either MEP of AVP to go to their demands. MEP only needs 2 seats to acquire a coalition government, while AVP, the other biggest party, needs about, like, I think 3 to 5 seats. Now, what might happen is there are possible scenarios, and something that Soto, which is another candidate that I know on Action Medium, he said it very eloquently. There are a few scenarios that can happen. And one of the few scenarios that can happen is that Raiz decides to still work with MEP. Raiz goes with MEP, the seats are acquired, and they form a coalition government. There you have then 2 ministers of, 2 or 1 minister, I think 2 ministers of Raiz, and then you have the rest for MEP. It could happen too with Mas, in which Mas gets 2 ministers and they get their 2 seats in parliament. That could happen as well. I'm not sure. Not fucking sure. Because that's what happened with Por. Por had 2 ministers. They had Otmar and they had Anding. So I don't know what range they might go. I think from another perspective, they shouldn't go with AVP, but who knows? It's still early on, and the good thing is though that a lot of young voters went in there and voted. A lot of young voters usually don't vote. They just keep quiet and troll about it. But this time they voted, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the fact that a lot of young voters express their opinions, express their voice, their ideologies, which is awesome because a lot of times they don't do that. They just stay there and not vote or meme or trolling about it. So the new young voters out there, thank you guys. You guys are finally express your voice. Now, it's not a voice to complain or anything like that. It's a pretty good voice to just, go out there and do your thing, So, and again, I'm sorry if I'm boring you for like 20 minutes. I know. Listen, I like talking about politics, but when there's somebody else to talk with. But unfortunately, because I wanted to be consistent, I didn't have enough time to schedule a person. A lot of things have happened. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, those are the scenarios. Mas or Raiz can sit with the majority government, or they can sit with all three small teams, the smaller parties, and they can form a coalition government. But the smaller parties, which have 5 seats then accumulated, can kind of start to make more demands. Like, let's say, for example, one of the demands that could be made is the fact that, this is impossible, but Ursula Arens or Marisol Lopez-Trump has to be made the prime minister with then less ministers for MEP, or MEP has to, sacrifice at least 3 to 4 ministers for Mas and Reyes, and at least 1 for Action. That's one of the probable causes that could happen within. And knowing people's pride, I don't think Evelyn Waver would cemented that, because she wants to be minister. She wants to be prime minister for the last. What I've heard is that she's going in for her last term this year, which, 7,000 votes in her last term. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome, So, I don't know how that's gonna go. Listen, I like talking about politics, but when I can bounce off things with, and now I'm just rambling on for like fucking minutes because I want to be consistent. No, I'm very surprised at this election. Surprised, but not that I didn't think something like this was gonna happen. So, I hope Raiz comes to his senses and works the map. This is a do or die moment. If Raiz sits with either of these people, it's going to be a do or die moment. So I hope to God that Raiz makes the right decision and sits with MEP, or Mas makes the right decision, sits with MEP. I don't give a fuck what happens to Action Bitiung because they don't have the seats. The only reason that they're relevant in this situation is because Ursula and Marisol wants to connect with them and connect with the smaller parties. That's the only reason Action Bitiung is still in the running for to have a minister in the government. That's the only reason. I don't know what's gonna happen. AVP is lost. One of the things too that I want to shout out is the young people that have been on the parties now, which is Leonardo Figueroa and Action 21. He did fucking tremendously. He got the votes he deserved. He worked for them. He's a very intelligent young man with a vision, with a bright vision for Aruba. And then you have Wendrick Cecilia, which he did amazingly with the amount of votes that he got. He got 458 votes for his first election. That's fucking amazing. He's a young dude, intelligent motherfucker. Okay, he's not a motherfucker. Intelligent man. So props to him. Props to Juan Manuel Cali as well. Props to all those amazing young professionals that have made it onto the MEP list, which is fucking amazing. So props to that. Keep doing your thing. Really. I don't know how this election is gonna go. This election seems like it's just a nary view. MEP has already won with the majority seats, but it still could be the cause that the 3 parties just jump on the bandwagon and just fuck it up. So this week, so fuck, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to just express some stuff about the opinion about the elections. It's went pretty smooth. So okay, this is the majority of things, but I just want to say too that a lot of people tend to say a lot of opinions. Opinion is just you throw it out because opinions are just something. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it very short. I just wanted to make this election special. I know it's a disappointment, but not everybody Ronaldo throws a fucking he kicks a goal and it goes in. Even though it's true, he does kick a goal. Anyway, Yeah, no, I just wanted to make a short thing about the election and the season, and who knows what's gonna happen next. So, I'm happy that Map got 9 seats. I'm happy that AVP lost a lot of seats. I'm just kidding. That's from a biased perspective, but yeah, no, I'm very happy about somewhat happy about the results because I still think I'm very disappointed about the personal votes, but I'm very happy that Evelyn got 7,000 fucking votes in her last election, if it's her last election. So yeah, and again, I want to shout out every young to. So the shout out of the week with the election special is gonna be you know fuck, it's gonna be Juan Manuel Kelly, and all these amazing people like Wendell Cecilia and Leonardo Figueroa, and every young voter that decided to express their voice and express their opinions and ideologies today and every other day. That Friday was the day that you can express your opinion, and bam, you got it. You want to change, bam, you got it now. So really, congratulations to all of you for that one. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing now because I'm literally blabbing for shit. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys made it this far into this boring ass fucking stream or something like that. Anyway, it's been your boy Milo, and this is Jono Podcast. Peace.